Then today when I asked Sloane that she had a bit of a letdown, not a bit, it was an 8. I was trying to be nice, but she had an 8-match losing streak.
Yeah,
after her US Open win, which obviously so many things factor into that, and she's a slam champion and all of that. But I asked her, is it important for you now not to have a similar letdown? And she kind of gave us a vague answer where I like to do things my way. What do you think will happen with Sloane? Are we going to see a more consistent Sloane, or what do you think?
It's just interesting because Sloane only very recently became a top 10 player for the first time. So it's interesting trying to process her as a top player. I mean, she will be, I assume the rankings won't change before this, so she'll be the number 4 seed at Wimbledon, and she will have a quarter that's sort of hers to anchor. And that's new for Sloane, to be sort of the relied upon person, to be a tentpole of a draw. I mean, not the hugest tentpole, but a significant tentpole in the structural integrity of this draw. And I don't know, I mean, she still, it seems like a bit of, tuning an old school radio dial, like in a car or an alarm clock, whatever, a clock radio, that has, she can drift off into static relatively in either direction, and here she was very much on the right frequency, but it doesn't seem totally stable yet. The knob is still moving. Maybe this result moves it a lot. There's just not a lot of data on her in this Sloane 2.0 career.
True. And she almost quick. It's only been 11 months since she's back.
And I had a couple tweets ready for if she won, which were RIP, and one of them was like her results the last 2 slams were, or last four slams: Wimbledon first round loss, US Open trophy emoji, Australian Open first round loss, French Open trophy emoji. Like, it's all or nothing, and it's tough to bank on that. She's a high risk, high reward investment.
It's a roller coaster, but the peaks are very high.
Yeah.
But the lows do come.
Yeah.
And I think that for Sloane, in terms of evaluating, just listening to kind of her response to you in that question, Sloane marches to the beat of her own drummer when it comes to what she needs to do to alleviate pressure. We talk about, and we spend so much time talking about Halep embracing the pressure in a lot of ways. I think Stevens, really keeps it at bay, and she wants it at bay. And if that means, going on an 8-match losing streak, it's not intentional. But she also knows that she was injured during the later half of last season after the US Open, and she wasn't fully fit at the Australian Open. She knew in the back of her head that she wasn't there quite yet. Here at the French Open, she came in under the radar. Nobody was really talking about Sloane until, Kvitova, Wozniacki, and Svitolina left, and Ostapenko were the 4 big names in the bottom half of the draw. Once they left, it became quite wide open. You thought, well, second week Sloane can probably do this. So how she chooses to manage her pressure, that's where I think is now going forward. If she's fit, because she doesn't have really excuses about fitness anymore. I thought she looked great here. I think that she's obviously put in a lot of work in on the court and off the court heading into the French Open. But it's she's also a player who, again, when you contrast those 2 players, for Simona Halep, that trophy is the whole point. It is the whole point of this entire endeavor. And for Sloane Stevens, I don't think that US Open trophy was the point of the entire endeavor. Tennis is a means to an end for her, whereas Halep, it's the end all be all. And so how Stevens then chooses to manage it, it's going to look very different than most other players, because I don't think other players really kind of conceptualize their careers the same way that she does.